presenting Richie Smullen. And across the cage, an adversary out of the red corner, and 5'8", weighing in 145 pounds. Coming off his successful Bellator debut, the undefeated professional stands with 12 victories, no defeats. Now ranked at number 8, Timur Khizriev. In charge, Kevin McDonald.
This would be Richie Smullen's 6th Bellator match. He's only got one loss in that, the second Bellator match for Khizriev. One of the things that we've seen from Khizriev early, he loves to be in the stand-up. He will wrestle, but he likes to be that stand-up guy who attacks with spinning attacks. Smullen, absolute grappler. He wants to get this fight to the ground from the start.
We had a little bit of drama with Smullen in the back earlier tonight. John, you want to go ahead and elaborate on that for us?
Well, that was you. Richie Smullen, again, he is a pure grappler. He got hurt by that kick, though. Pure grappler that does not like to wrap his hands, and the commission wanted him to wrap his hands. Took care of that, made sure that he's able to fight the way he's comfortable.
Big time shot, though, by Khizriev.
Khizriev he's really hurting Richie Smullen. Beautiful uppercut.
What I like what Khizriev's doing is he's really just picking his shots. He's not rushing in. He's not smothering the space, able to land the kicks and the shots.
Yeah, Timur Khizriev, there you go. But that's bringing Smullen into a place where he's really comfortable. He wants to be on the ground. He does not care if he's underneath you. He feels better when his back is on the ground or he's on top of his opponent than he ever does on his feet.
Khizriev is no slouch to being on top, though, John. He's got great wrestling, good top control, and he loves to put in the work. And if you start to get up, he's not going to fight to take you back down. He's going to give you the space and go back to the feet.
Yeah, and he'll absolutely break away in the fight. He doesn't care about, I'm not comfortable here right behind. I might just break away, but I'm always going to leave you with something to remind you that I was there. Nice job by Smullen trying to hold on to that arm.
John, out of all Smullen's fights, so we've seen him countless times be in trouble, be rocked, be hurt, but guess what? He's still in the fight. He's a dog. He comes after you. He still keep wrestling, still keep trying to get the finish.
It's so true. Look at him going after the spinning back fist there. Richie Smullen is that guy that you can never count out of the fight. He is always coming after you. He's always trying to figure out a way that's going to work for him to get that win. I've seen it too many times where I thought the fighter that he's against, too good an athlete, too good technically, Richie Smullen just finds a way to win.
John, you know this. You were a part of a large part of my career in reffing and being around it all. But it really comes down to I very rarely won the first round. I didn't have the power. I had the speed to stick and move. But Richie Smullen kind of falls into that. Sometimes he loses the first round. A lot of the time he loses the first round. But he comes back second, the third. Just keeps pushing, keeps grinding until you make a mistake because he fatigues you, and then he capitalizes.
Well, Richie Smullen reminds me of the guy that I was, the guy in the bar fight that you hit him with the bar stool and he just looks at you and grunts and you go, oh, man, that's Richie Smullen in a fight.
Khizriev with a good positioning, keeping his hips directly in front of Smullen's. Working to the half guard position. You'll see a lot of top-level wrestlers try to get to that half guard because it's a little bit easier to control your opponent's body and keep their back flat to the canvas.
Yeah, if you can get that leg up and clamp down on that downward leg, it's an easy position for you to just control the hips. Khizriev doing a very nice job trying to just step over. Richie Smullen's got a very good guard. He's able to move his hips. He's got good elevation when he wants. He'll hook in the butterfly hooks.
And those elbows are nasty from the bottom. Even though they don't look like they're landing hard, it just makes your opponent move. So he's making Khizriev move when he doesn't want to move, when he wants to slow the tempo of the fight down.
Khizriev really trying to crank down on that shot, putting a lot of power, getting some posture. You know, when we talk about Dagestani fighters, why do we see such a wide variety? Because everyone has come to the point where they think of Khabib Nurmagomedov being the guy. He had that wrestling base, and you kind of get it with some other guys. But we get a lot of guys, and you look at the champion here in Bellator, you know, his cousin Usman, big time stand up, really doesn't want to go to the ground. Well, Khizriev is kind of the same way. He would rather be in the stand up than be in a wrestling match.
Yeah, what you're going to find is that some of them came from, even though their family, they came from different parts of the camp in terms of Sambo. Some of them came from a Taekwondo-style background. Some of them came from the wrestling background. Big overhand right there by Khizriev.
Nice round for Khizriev. Getting ready for the start of the second round. Richie Smullen's going to have to do something to change that momentum, change that tempo of what's been going on so far.
Nice little left hook there by Khizriev. I like how he takes 2 steps back and then circles out. As soon as he starts to feel like he's getting his back to the fence, he makes sure he takes an angle.
And Richie Smullen coming off of a very big win against Peter Nadelski at Bellator 291. That was a split decision, and one that you look at, he grinded out that victory, and that's what he's going to have to try to find a way to do here against Khizriev.
What I want to see Richie Smullen do is move his head a little bit offline as he strikes to close that distance. See how he's keeping himself straight upright? It makes it easier for your opponent to hit him because they always know where to find your head.
Yeah, he looks like he's a little square to his opponent, which is opening up the ability for Khizriev to land these shots.
Oh, big shot, though, by Richie Smullen.
Beautiful inside trip by Khizriev. But again, isn't this basically what Richie Smullen wants? If I'm going to be somewhere, I want to be on the ground with you. And you can't blame him because that's where his skill set is best.
Well, you know, a lot of going back to Khabib. Remember, he wore at one of the weigh-ins, he wore the shirt that said if Sambo was easy, it'd be called jiu-jitsu. And a lot of the Sambo style fighters, what they say is that basically like jiu-jitsu is just a part of what they do, but they train everything, the wrestling defense, the jiu-jitsu defense, the judo defense, all of these things that play into it. So they understand what it takes to be from the top position. They're not threatened by a lot of jiu-jitsu players.
Got the crowd looking to try to give some kind of encouragement to Richie Smullen. So far, not a whole lot has gone his way in this match. Nice slicing elbow by Richie Smullen, though.
Looking to trying to pass that guard, at least get to the half guard there. What he does is lays flat on that leg, kind of suppresses the leg down, and then starts to slowly try to walk his body around it. That was a nice little knee tap attempt sweep there by Richie Smullen to kind of break his balance. Right to the pass by Khizriev. Nicely done.
But if you look into Khizriev's record, 12-0, but all of his stoppages have come in the first round. So now we're in the second round. It's kind of saying something about maybe he slows down a little bit. Maybe it's the whole, the pressure of the fight. He's looking good right now.
Well, we saw in that first round he had Smullen hurt.
Yep.
He made the space, realized that he didn't want to jeopardize overcommitting too much and getting tired, so then he started stepping back and letting the shots land.
Now, Richie Smullen's landing a lot of these little shots right now, but none of them are doing anything that's affecting the fight or doing anything that's making Khizriev change what he's doing.
Yep. When you're watching at home, what you're trying to see is like Khizriev's in the top position, but he wants that far side underhook, and right now he has the overhook And so that's why Richie Smullen's able to try to come up on the half guard or on the single leg to get back to his feet. Nicely done.
Khizriev a lot cleaner in his stand-up, faster with his hands, but Richie Smullen just keeps on walking him down, coming forward.
John, I can attest to when you hit somebody with everything you got, like you were talking about the bar stool, but as you keep adding up, you're thinking, okay, one of these shots is going to finally wobble your legs a little bit, and I'm going to break the armor.
Yep.
It doesn't seem to be the case with Richie Smullen when you're fighting him. He'll take it, and then he'll kind of take a step back, but then he'll refocus on you and walk forward.
Yeah, you're right. He'll even show that, he'll turn. That hurt me. I'm back.
Yep.
You got to love the heart of that, though. Not an easy thing to do. As we come to the end of the second round of this featherweight matchup.
Both these guys throwing heavy leather to start this third round.
Very heavy leather. Both really trying to turn it up.
I mean, you could say maybe Khizriev's corner and coaching understood that Smullen would still be there in the third. It looked like he got the takedown early in the second, kind of slow the tempo down, not push himself too much, now come out in the third, so he's fresh.
When you're looking at the featherweight division here in Bellator and you're thinking about it, Khizriev, if he gets the victory here tonight, who's someone that you would like to see them possibly match him up with?
You know, someone like a Mads Burnell maybe.
Would he want to go to the ground with Mads Burnell? I don't know. But Mads Burnell would definitely walk him down, similar to what Richie Smullen is doing.
Yep. It's a good style fight to see also, too, if we pull this guy out of controlling the tempo of the fights, because he's been able to control the tempo of the fights here in Bellator. So if we get him someone like Mads Burnell who moves his head real well offline, throws punching combinations right back, and
Clean
then also
right
threads
hands.
the takedowns.
Two of them right in a row. Those were heavy, thudding right hands. Richie Smullen just ate those. There's no doubt Richie Smullen, he's got a beard, man, because he is taking some shots.
Oh, nice shot out of the break. Smullen, when he throws that jab, he's got to return it back to his face a little bit quicker. He's getting countered with that overhand right.
Nice job by Smullen to pull him up. Putting pressure on the neck.
Oh, there's that jab I was just talking about. The jab came out lazy, didn't return it back, and got hit with the overhand right.
Smullen's starting to wear a little bit of the damage that Khizriev has been able to apply during these 3 rounds. Clean body shot by Khizriev.
Khizriev's doing a good job of throwing his strikes and then moving himself offline and then circling and making sure he can't be countered.
Yeah, he is. He's doing a great job with it, but Richie Smullen just showing, I keep walking forward. I keep putting pressure. Khizriev is doing a great job of dealing with that pressure, and he's landing a lot of shots. Something you want to see from a young fighter. Something you want to see as far as I don't just stop because someone's coming forward.
John, it's one of the most exhausting things when you're landing big shots on someone and they keep walking forward and you've got to keep circling and staying away. You start realizing, man, no matter what I do, I should get the takedown. Slow the tempo of this fight down.
I need a break.
Yeah.
Minute 15 left in the fight. Richie Smullen trying to somehow find a submission, find something that's going to change the course of this fight. Good elbows from underneath, but that's not going to be the things that's going to stop Timur Khizriev. Nice job of Khizriev to break him down there. But Smullen's done a good job with those elbows. Khizriev's going to have a couple of lumps on his head tonight, putting an ice bag.
But he'll also have a W in the
Yes, he will. No doubt about it.
John, you asked me. So who would you like to see Khizriev fight next in that featherweight division?
You know, I thought you brought up a really good candidate with Mads Burnell. Maybe Mads is a little too high right now in that position and stuff, but a little headbutt at the end there.
Ladies and gentlemen, having won the distance, we'll go down to your three judges: Chris Lee, Scott Jones, Ron McCarthy at cage side. All have exactly the same 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision. Timur Khizriev.